It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Miami Dolphins. And it's coming up next.
We are about 15. Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. On the return, here's Shaheed. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
They have three tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Flush to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Wilkins in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now Hill to return it. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And bringing them out is the rare southpaw in his 4th year, coming off his best season as a pro, Tua Tagovailoa.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A run with Mostert up the middle, down to about the 37.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Mostert. And they move this all the way down to the 9. was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. Here's Mostert. And he's going to blow his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Raheem Mostert, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On play action, it's Carr. Steps away to his left. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Carr going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go to the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Here's Lou Hedley on now to punt the football. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this returnable for Hill. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Solo left side.
From midfield, here's Tua. And this one is incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis, no jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Here's Tua. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
As a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins have taken a 13-0 1st quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 1st quarter lead. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it as we resume action. Sanders now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the 1st half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Carr. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 53 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, Most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now Carr, and his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing now is Carr.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Now a 2nd and 10.
20, TX.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Short throw hauled in by Croft. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense. And guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
Tua now on 1st down. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert, and he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Go ahead. 32 Stinger. Out.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 42. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Go ahead.
A handoff running left is Mostert. And he's got it to about the 40.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Tua sets up to pass it. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And we'll still have time for one play before the half, as this will be fair caught and brought out to the 25.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Almost a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
On second down, Tua. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and given the first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Solo left side.
Looking to pass. Tua. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a give to Mostert running right. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Third down and 10.
Hey, turbo one. Hey, whoa.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. These guys running back out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop That could have been a third. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Up the middle, Gtowncapp.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Tua.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
All right, fellas, listen up.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he stopped immediately there.
Holding offense.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. On play action, here's Tua. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal.
Back to the running game with Mostert.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Ready.
They'll run with Mostert.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, if nothing else, some signs of life here, Charles, because you're facing the big deficit, but at least they were able to prevent 3 more from getting on the board there with a nice block.
And that's how they're comforting themselves on the sidelines right now because they certainly didn't execute well on that play at all. Bottom line, exactly what you said. They didn't need the 3, but they sure don't like giving up a block. They'll have something to work on as they get into practice next week.
Quick throw to Olave.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
What now?
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Carr now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
6-18. 93.
Here's Carr to throw. Now we're behind his man. Incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away.
Holding, receiving team.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive.
32 Stinger. Let's go.
Play action. Now it's Tua. His throw incomplete. This defense trying to do its part. Active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 119 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
20 TX.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2.
Tua going to throw.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And his throw here's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And this will be stopped at the
That one good for 7 yards. And in this situation with a lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards.
Used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game.
Ready.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle laying himself out in the end zone. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the map there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line. Breaks through the contact. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
On first down, Carr. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Now! 180! 180, what's good?
And Thomas has it. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Carr. It is caught by Shaheed. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
What now?
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
A 10-yard gain.
They'll try it now with Mostert, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So Carr departs, and on is Blake Groupie for the Saints field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And the kick here is good, so add 3 to the total. But they're still coming up well short, and that is how this one comes to an end. Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and it certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well. And always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time, and let's go ahead and get ready for our next one, right? I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started now.
It's Madden NFL 24, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins, and it comes your way next.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in... Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. On the return, Deontay Hardy. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up second down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
Well, you want to make sure that on an opening drive, that you at least stay out there for a while and get into the flow of the game. A 3-and-out would have been problematic, but that's a good throw there to ensure they get another set of downs.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On the slant, he's got Davis. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Up the middle, it's Cook. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Now Allen going to back away and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
56, 56.
Again, it's Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Here comes 3rd down at 7. Throwing now is Allen. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills' opening drive yields 3. Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball, moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Ready.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. A run with Mostert up the middle. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
34-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. Fighting down past the 45. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A 10-yard gain. But it's 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bills are going to get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Allen. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Brandon Jones picking it off. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception. After the turnover, it's Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
20, TX. Long. Out.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devon Achane, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. He took the hit when he threw that ball. Maybe the O-line just thankful that that worked out for a touchdown.
Yeah, because, you know, their pride is don't let that guy get hit, no matter what, under any circumstances. But anytime it pays off in a touchdown, they'll figure out how to block a little bit better going forward.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To the air, Allen. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Allen going to throw. Put a pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Allen now looks to throw. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 12-yard line.
Second down and a yard. And again, it's Allen. Flushed out right. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Trent Sherfield. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing, because now that they have...
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That time a 6-play drive, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Go ahead. 21G, 21G. Hey. Number 1, high. Out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Tua going to throw. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
Solo left Zion. Hey.
Tua now on first down. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Tua. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they convert on third with a gain of 22.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Gregory Rousseau works his way in for the stop and the loss.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got a man, it's Robbie Chosen. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. A handoff running left is Mostert. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Tua. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Watch it, Oscar. 21G.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's got his running back out of the backfield. All the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 38 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this is fielded just short of the goal line, but the fair catch means this drive will begin at the 25. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back. Allen hit. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Now Allen. Flush to his right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6. On the slant, he's got Davis. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Quick slant there gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
Back to the ground, Cook. And some room to work. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And the Bills first down.
Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching. Back now in Miami. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. They run it again with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th-quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Hey, get set. Go.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, as far as plays go, there's nothing to write home about on that one because that one gets some negative yardage. But if you do want to find a positive, he found a way to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Tua sets up to pass it. That's over the middle, caught by Chosen. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
A 13-yard gain brings up 3rd and yard.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
21G.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Big 3rd down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. From the gun, a run with Mostert. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. The Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. They held him in check in the 1st half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the 1st half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, here's Tua. Throw caught by Achane. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Here's 2nd down.
Let's go. 20, TX.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Watch it, Oscar. 21G, 21G. Hey.
Here's Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle from 21 yards away. And the Dolphins have moved out in front.
And touchdown and congratulations and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to... Teams, guys, make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock. And they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line. Allen and the Bills now. Down 21-17. Just under 2 minutes to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen. He gets this complete to Diggs.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Here's Allen. That's caught by Davis. Down the left sideline. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 74 yards. And the Bills use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. So now it's the Dolphins' turn, trailing by a field goal. 1:44 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Tua. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. He juked him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Now Tua. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Oh, a heck of a move. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing Tua. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Hey, 21 T. Yeah.
Tua to throw. This is caught by Waddle. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Ready.
Now Mostert. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. Sanders' kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I'll tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute, as the kick's away here. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And that's not going to help a whole lot. Maybe 4 yards on 1st down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
2nd and 6.
Here comes 2nd down. To throw is Allen. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. Not enough for all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
So the Bills going to be the first to get it as we are back underway here in overtime. Fair catch called for and taken, so the ball brought up to the 25 to begin this overtime session.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially for a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Here's Sam Martin now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Solo left Zion. Hey,
All right, what can Tua do now with his drive in OT? That's going to be caught by Waddle. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
A run with Mostert up the middle. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 94 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to run his guys to an overtime victory. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now we're all... And a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
This is Mostert, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That was Terrell Bernard navigating his way to the backfield and dropping him for a loss.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one million up for him.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Miami, so long, everybody.
Not headed to the airport for this one. One more day here will suit me just fine.